And a good morning to you. Where are we today? Peaks Farm. What are we doing? We're setting up my mate's TM1000 rapid air weapons. Now I've got 2 of them. They work a treat. I convinced him to get one. He'd had a couple of lagers, you know how it goes. Anyway, he's bought it, so he's got new scope, new this, new that, and the gun is ready to be like set up. So we've got a bit of talking to do on the mounts. We've got talking to do with this. We've got to clean the gun. He's got to straighten it all up and make sure the scope is properly on there, as opposed to canted, because that's no good. So he's setting his gun up. I'm setting my one up. I've got a G-Tech, which is now PRS, butt pad on it, and it just fits nicely. But does it? I don't know. Well, today I'm going to find out, because I'm going to move it up and down, left and right, and all that sort of thing, ready for the HFT season. It's going to be tricky. Do you reckon he will do all right? He's a new TM? I hope not. No, of course it will. It would be lovely. So that's what we're doing, and let's see what we're going to do. Here we are, Triple G, down Peaks Farm, doing a bit of a setup with my mate. He's got a new TM1000. It's basically a setup day. Are you ready?
Yeah, we was in Poland at the World Championships. You got me very drunk and convinced me to buy a TM1000. I haven't shot it since, so this is the first setup.
So setup day, and we've been in competition with it?
I will do, yeah, eventually.
Okay, right. So, are you ready to get this going? Because you've got your scope, mounts, what else do you need? You've got your Snickers bar. I think we're ready to roll. Right, we're going to cut out the boring bits. You always need a Snickers. We're not going to do the pulse. Obviously, he's going to clean the gun, go through it all. We're not going to film that, because if you don't know how to clean a gun, why bother? But, you know, we're going to clean it anyway. It's a brand new gun to him. Clean it, pull it through, make sure it's all chronoing right, obviously, because we're 12 foot-pound, it's England, what can you do? And we'll go from there. Let's see how we get on. Right, so the gun's ready. I say not ready, of course it's not, right, because we haven't got the rings on. So, what rings are you using?
Sports mats.
Sports what? Sorry, the old speaking is a bit difficult, but there you go. Slow and steady. Go on.
Sports match, 30mm mediums.
Lovely. Scope?
Falcon Menace 10x42. It's a scope I've used for 10 years. So
you know that scope inside out, don't you? Right, okay then. So, your rings are on, are they tight now or not?
They're talking up.
Right, lovely. Torque wrench, love it. Fat wrench, absolutely brilliant. Optics Warehouse, superb for that, thank you very much. Will you be using the Straight Shot reticle leveler? This thing, I think, is brilliant. Going to be using that?
We'll give it a go. See how it comes out.
Straight Shot him, not a rope. Anyway, what we do, right, so you're going to do your bases up to start with, make sure your eye relief's sorted, and go from there.
Yep, start from the ground up.
Right, let's do it. So many people look through my scopes on my guns, and they always say, oh, you're slightly canted left, something, you know, slightly canted right or whatever. And to be honest, I don't see it myself, yeah? But anyway, I bought this scope level thing. It is absolutely brilliant. So that obviously rests on the action, and then you look through the scope, right, look at the reticle, and obviously it lines up and corresponds obviously with these straight lines. You can't get it wrong. Well, I have got it wrong, obviously, because I'm stupid. Again, you know that. But yeah, it makes so much of a difference. And I didn't realise the importance of actually having it absolutely bang on. I always thought, hey, only shooting out to 45 yards for HFT. Does it really need to be that straight? Yes. Yes, it does. It makes a heck of a difference. So, to be honest, this thing, I think, is an absolute lifesaver. A lot of people don't use them, and they just do it by eye, which is fair enough, and sometimes they get it right. I don't. I'm like that. Seriously, it looks like I'm shooting around corners. But this it's just sorted me right out. And I use that on all my centre fires, rim fires, air guns, everything. I think it's a must-have. Quality bit of kit. And takes 2 minutes to sort out. How you getting on?
I think that's good. Do you want to double check?
I will. So mounts are on, scopes on, it's all tightened down, all to the right torquage. We do it all properly. So the next thing you've got to do now, you think it's all sorted, right, ready to go and do HFT. Well, obviously the gun's not zeroed yet, so he's got to zero it. Once it's zero, does that mean it's all sorted? No, sadly not. As you can see on the desk, there's about 6-7 different tins of JSBs. Why 6-7 tins? Because you've got to know, right, which one suits your gun. It's not a 5-minute job. Don't just get a load of pellets and go, that'll do, it works perfectly, because it doesn't. You know, there will be a pellet out there that works for your barrel really, really well, and you've got to go through loads and loads of them to find the really, really good one. And there will be one, right? And if you go through the JSBs, I mean, I love JSBs, as you know. Try as many you can, 451s, 452s, 453s, lubed, unlubed, whatever, sized. A lot of people do size, they size their pellets. I mean, I used to do it, but then it got too much because you're too busy preparing for everything. You don't get any shooting done. We love a bit of shooting. So he's going to go through all the tins of pellets now, not a full tin obviously, but he's going to do groups of 5-shot groups, at different distances, because sometimes if it groups really nicely up close, maybe it won't group out at 45 yards. And that's the way it works. So that's what we're going to do next. Wish him luck, eh? Mind you, he's quite good, so he'll be all right, I'm sure. So only very annoying. He's got his TM, right? He's pulled the barrel through. Everything's working swimmingly. That was 40 yards.
40 yards.
Right, top one, aim point, and that's the group underneath. And then at 50 yards, that's that. So as you can see, that's tightening up a tree, isn't it, at 50 yards. How are you getting on with it? Nice?
It's all good. Just he's got to lead the barrel in. We've got many more nights down here to find the perfect pellet, what condition the barrel's got to be in. This is just the first setup, but there's a lot more to do yet. So,
all right, fair enough then. But that's at the 50-yard group. That's not too bad at all, is it?
No, I'm happy with that.
All right, so you still got pellet testing to do. What would be your next step? Would you be pulling it through now, or would you do another load of testing, then pull it through?
Probably put 200-300 of the same pellet through to lead the barrel right up so it's dirty.
Yep.
And see what point it falls off the cliff.
Yep. Yeah,
and we can work back from there and see after 200 shots I have to clean the barrel.
Right, okay. But so far you're happy with the gun?
Happy with the gun.
Is it shooting nicely?
It's all right. We'll see at the next competition.
Does your head in, doesn't it? What do you think about the length of pull and the trigger? All working well for you?
Well, I haven't set any of that up yet, so that's another little minor adjustment you need to do at a comp on the day to work out them fine details.
So now you've got it on a bench, right? So at 50 yards, it looks pretty darn good. When would you go prone with it and start, getting prone, kneeling and standers and all that sort of thing? When would you start doing that?
Probably the next outing.
Next outing,
yeah,
okay.
Next outing.
So it's going to be more pellet testing.
Yep.
Say 200 or 300 of those through. Yep. Make sure you know where it's
outside on the deck in the wind and see how it shoots in the wind.
Brilliant. Pretty good so far, eh? Really annoys me because my one took forever to come on, and his one's come on straight away. But look, makes you laugh. 40 yard, was it 40? Wasn't it? Yeah, 40 yard group, and then that one at 50. You can't knock that, can you? It's pretty darn good. Right, let's let him carry on then. So it's been an interesting day at Pete's Farm today. It's been really good fun. We've got the guns working. My gun's working perfectly anyway. His gun on the other hand, I think it's actually really, really good. He's got some cracking groups in there, and it's only going to get better. Yes, he will rinse me. I know he will, always does. Pete's Farm today has been brilliant. Thank you very much for letting us film down here. I'll be down here the rest of the day now practicing because I want to beat him. Anyway, TM's awesome. Rapid Air Weapons, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to work with you guys, that's for sure. If you're around here, if you're around the Essex way, pop into Pete's Farm. If you're interested in shooting air guns, of course, sub 12 foot-pounds, you want to come down here, spend the day here, it's brilliant. Get on the website, give them a call, come down here. It is a proper place to do it. Doesn't matter if you've never shot an air gun before, they can lend you one, they can do all that sort of stuff, yeah? And if you're a proper shooter, you know about this place, I'm sure, and I must have seen you here, right? Because they come here, everyone does. So yeah, brilliant day, thank you very much. We would have been outside, but of course the weather here is rubbish as normal. Hope you enjoy the old show. You know all this anyway, and thanks for tuning in to Triple G. We'll see you again.